Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into a topic that's both fascinating and a little creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of like, sci-fi meets cybersecurity, but in a way that's actually happening right now.
Exactly, and it affects all of us who use the internet. We're talking about AI-powered phishing scams,
Uh-huh. Those digital traps are getting, well, a lot more sophisticated.
right? And it's thanks to artificial intelligence. We found this really interesting article that breaks it all down.
And it really highlights, how AI is changing the game when it comes to these scams.
Yeah, so by the end of this deep dive, you'll understand how AI is being used to craft these scams
And why that makes them so dangerous.
and what's being done to, fight back against this new wave of digital deception.
Exactly. So when we talk about AI-powered phishing, we're talking about scams that are much more targeted.
Much more like personalized. It's not just those, mass emails with obvious typos anymore.
Right, those Nigerian prince emails that we used to see, those are almost like nostalgic now.
Yeah, almost quaint in comparison.
Now, AI can actually analyze, your online activity and figure out what you like.
Who you interact with even mimic the writing styles of people you trust.
Yeah, to make the scam seem more uh believable, more legitimate.
So can you give us an example of how this AI might, you know, personalize a phishing email?
Sure. Imagine, you get an email that looks exactly like it's from your bank.
Right, with the logo, everything.
Exactly. And it might even mention like a recent transaction you made.
Oh, wow, that's really sneaky.
Yeah, they try to make it seem as real as possible so you don't even think twice before clicking a link.
So those old tips about checking for typos and weird email addresses, they don't really cut it anymore.
I know, because the AI is so good at creating very convincing fakes.
So what can we do?
Well, the article talks about how companies like Google are fighting back against these AI-powered phishing attacks.
Oh, that's interesting. So they're using AI to fight AI.
Yeah, it's almost like a, digital arms race.
Wow. So how does that work?
Google, for example, uses its own AI to analyze tons of emails, looking for any red flags.
Like patterns that might indicate a phishing attempt.
Exactly. It's like a really advanced spam filter, constantly evolving to keep up with new tactics.
So it's constantly learning from new scams to stop future ones.
Yeah. They even have algorithms that can analyze the content of an email.
To see if it's trying to trick you or manipulate you into doing something.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's reassuring to know that companies like Google are, on top of this.
Yeah, but the article makes a really important point.
Hmm.
We can't just rely on technology alone.
Right. It's not a silver bullet.
No, we each have a role to play in staying safe online.
So what can we do as individuals to protect ourselves from these scams?
Well, first and foremost, be skeptical.
Okay, like don't just take everything at face value.
Right. If you get an email, ask yourself, am I expecting
Does
this?
this sound too good to be true?
Exactly. And even if it seems like it's from someone you know, double check the sender's address.
Right. Look for anything suspicious.
And if something feels off, even if you can't quite put your finger on it, trust your gut.
And don't click on anything you're not sure about.
Right. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, to sum it all up, AI is making phishing scams much more sophisticated.
Yeah, it's kind of a scary thought.
But companies like Google are fighting back, using their own AI to protect us.
Uh-huh.
And as individuals, we need to be vigilant and aware of these new threats.
And remember, a healthy dose of skepticism can go a long way in staying safe online.
Couldn't agree more. So, as we wrap up, it makes you wonder, where is this all heading?
Yeah, as AI continues to evolve, will we be able to stay ahead of the scammers?
Will our security measures be enough?
And how will this, digital arms race play out in the future?
It's something to think about for sure.
Yeah, it definitely raises some interesting questions.
Well, on that note, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into AI-powered phishing scams.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And as always, stay safe out there in the digital world.
Definitely. Be careful out there.